Listen. Do you hear that? No, not the sound of the traffic.
It's a cardinal. When you're out bird watching in the fall, in the autumn of the year, there's not a great deal of bird song going on because of course the birds are singing in the spring to attract mates and establish a territory, but bird calls are still going on because the birds still communicate to each other, and instead of the cardinal doing the which they do in the spring, now they just mainly go tick, 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 which is what they do to communicate in the morning and in the evenings, and often for alarm or any of these other different aspects of communication. The same goes to some of the hawks. Some of them still call, but they're not actively nesting right now. For example, like a broad-winged hawk, which is going to be one of the hawks that we hope to see in some good numbers this on the Flock to the Rock weekend. It's a small, fairly compact bird of prey that migrates from Canada and most of North America all the way to the Andes of South America for the winter. And it has a very high-pitched, very easy whistle to learn. And it's not really a song, it's not really a call, more like a call, I would think. And it goes a bit like this. I've got to really get my lips wet for this one. I try not to laugh. It's really high-pitched, but there's nothing else that sounds quite like that. Blue jays can imitate them, or they can imitate just about anything. But so we may hear that if there are a few working the woodlands at the park. Plus, there'll be thrushes moving through the forest, and some of the thrushes, they again won't be singing their beautiful flute-like songs, which we're used to up in the forests. But the wood thrush might be going. So, of course, a fun sound that you can make to attract the birds, and it's called pishing. And that's when you just purse your lips and blow air through your teeth. And I was doing this yesterday in my front yard with a friend from England, and we brought in a beautiful scarlet tanager as well as an American redstart and a couple of other birds. They just come in to investigate what these strange noises are. And if you stay concealed, well, certainly don't stand out in full view, the birds can often come right in and look at you from a few feet, as if to say, no, who's making that strange noise and what are they doing here?
And that attracts all kinds of birds?
Mainly small birds. Mainly sort of tanagers, warblers, sometimes thrushes, titmice, chickadees, some of the small woodpeckers. They'll all come in and investigate you. So it's actually kind of, someone said you can attract hawks by going out into the middle of a field and making a noise like a mouse, but I'm not sure I'm going to try that one.